All right, how is this?
You can see it. I think you just, yeah, just put it.
Okay, you can see it now? Great, thank you. Yeah, so Austin on the top, he's comes from an analytics background, Nathan an engineering background. Nathan's parents happen to be conservators, so they learned about this specific need in our field. I am a preventive conservator. I act as the conservation liaison. We have Anna Martins, who's helping get the word out about Conserv in Europe right now. She's a conservation scientist. And we are also about to bring on a new collections professional into our team. So if you are interested in applying, you can check out our website to find more information. So approaching this problem, we knew that organizations can have data, but not necessarily have knowledge. So Nathan and Austin went out and spoke to hundreds of collections professionals around the country, around the world, and just tried to get a sense of really what issues they were having with current solutions for environmental monitoring. And we narrowed it down to about 3 things that people care about. And we are kind of thinking that you care about the same 3 things. And so this all has to do with our goal to create quality environmental monitoring for collections. So the first thing we learned was that data collection can be quite a hassle. Sometimes the wireless doesn't work. So you have to physically download a sensor. You have to walk around the galleries and collect Bluetooth data. Sometimes you have to manually import the data into proprietary software, then export it to get a CSV and then put it into another piece of software. And it's a lot of work. So the way we've addressed that is by creating wireless sensors using a different technology called LoRaWAN, which I'll explain a little bit in a second, that requires no Wi-Fi, and you don't have to involve your IT department. You plug it in and it works. So the second thing that we heard was that there's some needs that go beyond just data collection. We really need help with taking this data and actually creating meaningful information to preserve our collections. And so we've worked really hard creating very specific software specifically for the preservation of collections. And this software is entirely free. In fact, we have the ability to download the data from any of our competitors' sensors. If you would like to use it, you're welcome to do so. And then the third thing, which really ought to be the first thing, is the idea of incredible customer service. We have heard from many people that working with data logger companies can be a bit of a hassle. You try to get them on the phone, it's difficult to do that. If you want any updates to the software, go ahead and try asking them to put environmental parameters, mold risk, anything that's specific to the world of collections. It's just going to be difficult to bring into their software. So we address that by, we actually are a subscription service. And that means that we can provide consulting from preventive conservation professionals such as myself. And we are constantly taking feedback that we hear from people out in the field of what they want to bring into this software, and are constantly shipping new software every week. So I mentioned that I would talk about the LoRaWAN technology. This is what we are using for our wireless sensors. We've done a lot of research and we've decided on it specifically because of its long range. It works really well indoors. The sensors have incredibly long battery life. We've estimated it to be over 3 years. You don't have to involve your IT department. You plug it in and it can use cellular capabilities. It has an internal SIM card. And it also has really great adaptability to work with other various sensor types.
Oh, you don't want this, right?
So the primary sensor that we have is the smart collection sensor, which measures temperature, relative humidity, lux, UV, infrared, and shock. But as I mentioned, we have the ability to do a plug and play with our LoRaWAN gateway, which means that we can do, and we already have available outdoor sensors, leak detection sensors, freezer sensors. Really, the possibilities are endless. There are thousands on the market that we can bring into the software for you to do analysis all in one place. And I did mention that we have a subscription service. And so something that is involved in the subscription service is our maintenance. So the subscription is 3 years. And at the end of the 3 years, we have you send back our sensors. Well, we send you brand new sensors at first that will have hardware, firmware updates. The sensors that we send out will also be freshly calibrated, have brand new batteries. And then we ask you to send back your old sensors so that we can recycle them and deploy them back out into the field. And the thing that I mentioned before was the analysis. This is the type of environmental analysis I dreamed of as a student in conservation. It does all of the features that I wanted plus more, and it's continuing to grow. We have designed it to empower non-experts to do expert work. We can currently do temperature, humidity, and light monitoring. We've also recently just added an integrated pest management platform as well. We have unique analytics for mold damage, light budgets. The sensors that we have do send live data and alerts directly from our sensors into the tool. And as I mentioned before, we do have an import tool within the software where you can bring in data sets from Hobo, T&D, any other types of loggers that you're already using out in the field. And we don't have any limits on the amount of users that you allow into the platform. We know that preventive conservation is a team sport. We want everyone involved. And we also have no limits on data. And this is really just the beginning. We have a lot of really exciting plans for making a full preventive conservation tool. So I just wanted to point this out. These are some examples of people that are using Conserv, institutions that are using Conserv. And I want to point out that unlike our competitors, you won't see any science labs, manufacturing companies, restaurants, pharmaceuticals companies on here as well. We are entirely focused on working with collections professionals. What we offer, I'll point out, we have this Conserv Cloud right here on the left, which is free. And I'll show you in a minute how you can sign up to start using it. And you can bring your own data. That's what BYOD stands for. We have a complete monitoring as well, which is $220 per sensor per year, and it's a 3-year contract. And then we also have the starter kit, which is available as a prize today, which includes 2 sensors, a gateway, and a 3-year subscription for Conserv at a $500 one-time cost, just so you can try it out and see if it works for you and your institution. So as I mentioned, I would love to spend some time with one of you or any of you to get started in the software. And the way we do that is we're doing one-on-one onboarding sessions. So in order to get onto that list, you must go to our website. I'll give you the link in a second. You take a short survey on how to get started. And then once you fill out that survey, we'll send you a link to schedule a call with me or Anna or someone else future on our team that specializes in preventive conservation. And we'll schedule a call with you to get things in the software tailored specifically to you and your collections. And then as you continue to use the software, we hope that you will give us feedback and we will constantly improve it and just continue to make better tools for the field of preventive conservation. So this is the website right here. This is our website, conserv.io. You'll find the link to get started on our free software that also includes IPM as well. And this is my contact information if you have questions, and I'm also just here to answer any questions that you have.
Wonderful. Thank you, Melissa. Please type your questions in chat from Melissa. And